Cosgrove. I told you I didn't want you to pick up that baby every time it cries. And I don't want it fed to pacify it. I want it fed on schedule. That's what schedule is for.
But if the baby cries, you've got to find out why.
I explained to you that my husband and I follow Hug Helmuth on child psychology. Picking a baby up every time it cries creates very unhealthy complexes. Now, perhaps if you read Mr. Helmuth's book, you'd have a better understanding of how I want you to handle the baby.
I brought up 100 babies, and none of them ever had unhealthy complexes. And I've never read a book.
I don't want any arguments or excuses. Now, are you going to handle the baby the way I want you to, or not?
No. Babies need love.
A child doesn't know the meaning of love until it has the ability to think. Now, Hug Helmuth says very... Well, Mrs. Cosgrove.
Hello, darling.
Hello, John.
Where's Mrs. Matherly?
Gone. I sent her packing this morning.
She had the best references.
Her references commended her honesty and kindness, not her approach to child psychology.
Is she the fourth or the fifth nurse that we've had here in the past 2 weeks?
What do you expect of me? I can't leave the child with someone who's going to create a neurotic atmosphere. Don't pick her up. I'm sorry. It's just that I'm so upset. I have all these articles to write, and I haven't been able to type a word.
We could get another nurse.
No.
Then what do you suggest?
Oh, I don't know. I'm so mad. Things aren't working out well at all. You promised me a modern scientific marriage free from any sentimental burden, and that's just what I'm going to have.
But somebody has to take care of the baby.
You want me to give up my work?
Oh, of course not. But maybe you could budget your time. Make out a definite daily schedule. Hey, I have a wonderful idea. How would you like me to employ an efficiency expert?
Oh, that's ridiculous.
You're wrong, darling. I have a man working along those lines at the factory.
I have been interrupted from my work 55 times in the last 8 hours. Now, you see for yourself. The baby has to be fed, washed, the bottle sterilized, the crib fixed, and just when I get everything all right, she regurgitates. And then I have to start the whole thing over again.
Well, don't upset yourself, darling. Just jot down your troubles, and I'll have my chief engineer get to work on them right away.
John, what are you talking about?
Do as I say. You'll see. Plug it in, Harry. I don't want to be disturbed. Go ahead. Please pick up the bottle. Please put the bottle back.
You got to give the sentence precisely. Not please get the bottle or please fetch the bottle, but please pick up the bottle. Not you.
That precision in language worries me. It should be simplified. Also, I think it'll look more natural with a face.
Any particular face?
No, just something friendly.
Hair?
Certainly. Make it look as attractive as possible.
I'll get the advertising department to do a few sketches.
Fine. Now, let me try it this time. Pick up the bottle.
You forgot to say please.
This, my dear, is our new nurse.
Oh, well, how do you do
She
this?
has no name yet. I had her made to order in my electronics company. She's the answer to all our problems. She's a mechanical nurse. She never eats, never sleeps, works 24 hours a day, and draws no salary. All she costs is a kilowatt of electricity a month. About 80 cents, I figure.
Are you crazy? Or am I?
Neither. Now, here's how she works. A combination of levers, springs, acoustical instruments, radio, and electronic tubes. Now, to simplify matters, I've had the orders put into numbers instead of sentences. 1. Now, in exactly 10 seconds, the milk will be warm enough and she will give it to the child. 2. I've had a map made showing the exact position of the baby, clean bottles, diapers, in fact, everything necessary for the child's care for a 24-hour period. Now, all you have to do in the morning is to see that everything necessary for the child's care is in its place.
It just can't work.
Well, it can and it will. Now, in exactly 10 minutes, the nurse will take the bottle out of the baby's mouth and put it in with the dirty bottle.
Supposing it takes the child longer.
Well, I'll make a simple mechanical adjustment. 6. 7. 'Wonderful, isn't it?
I still don't see how it's going to help me. I have to see what the baby needs. Then I have to look through a book to see what number to call out. And well, then I suppose I have to hang around and watch how it works. Well, this thing is still not going to give me a chance to stay with my writing.
This is a tape recorder with a clock attachment. It will run for 24 hours without attention. Now, I've had a doctor work out a 24-hour program of infant activities recorded. At definite periods during the day, the recorder will call out a number, and the nurse will do what is necessary. It will change the baby just so often. It will bathe it just so often and feed it just so often. You start it at 6 in the morning and leave it alone until 6 the next morning. Now she'll birth the baby.
Suppose I want to do it.
Pull the plug out.
Well, if it really works, I suppose every woman in America will want one.
They'll resist it, my dear, like they did the steam engine. Good evening, darling.
Oh, hello, John.
How'd it go today?
Wonderful. I had time to do 3 articles, and I have a request from my publisher to do a book.
Wonderful. I've just finished a new thinking machine. It's really the best one yet. It'll do away completely with junior executives.
Things are working out well, aren't they?
Indeed they are. How's Nurse?
Perfect. Well, there's only one problem.
Oh, what's wrong with her?
Well, there's nothing wrong with her. It's the neighbors. They're so curious.
They keep gossiping about Nurse.
Let them gossip. Personally, I think she's the greatest invention since babies. What did you think of...
The baby's crying. Oh, the baby! Poor darling. Oh, what happened, John?
I don't know. That chair. It's on the wrong side of the crib. Who put it there?
Oh, it's my fault. The cleaning woman was in here today.
Hello, darling.
Oh, hello, dear. Did you get any dinner?
No, I ate at the plant. We've been having trouble with the calculator.
When we've been having trouble with Nurse.
Oh?
Well, she's working all right, but, well, there's a smell of burning about her.
Shouldn't be. She's fully insulated. I better have a look at her.
Is anything the matter?
No, darling. Everything's fine.
I'm going to bed.
I'll be right in. Make the nurse my size, and I'll dress it in an old suit of mine. And have the art department paint a face on it that looks like me. You got that? Use the same electronic specification.
Okay. Mind if I ask why?
Because I want the child to have the benefit of her father's attention. When she's 3 years old, I'll be able to play with her, and she'll be friendly instead of frightened. Hello? Oh, Susanna. What is it?
I wish you'd come home as soon as you can. I think the baby has nephritis.
What's that?
Wait, it's a disease. I've just been reading about it.
I'll be right there. Doesn't seem to be anything wrong with her. She has no fever. She seems perfectly well to me.
You ought to know. You're such an expert on baby diseases.
I do have common sense. I'll stay home from the factory this afternoon and observe her. You better stay with me.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I have to finish my book by Monday, and I'm going to call the doctor.
You just wanted a little attention, didn't you, sweetheart?
Oh, Daddy doesn't blame you.
What are you doing?
I was just checking the nurse.
Are you sure you weren't picking up that baby?
Of course not.
You know what Hug Helmut says, particularly about fathers and daughters.
Oh, it's just that she doesn't know you, dear.
Are you sure you haven't been playing with the baby?
Next time you come into the nursery, you wake me. Now come along.
Good night, sweetheart. I'd almost swear that was me. Paul, this is really a very simple machine. For the present, it will be used only to take the baby for walks in this new carriage, equipped with storage batteries and a small recorder.
Darling, I have the most wonderful news. I just got this letter from Hug Helmuth, and he wants me to write a chapter for the second edition of his book.
Oh, that should be very satisfying to you.
Oh, it is. But now listen. I have always known that a mechanical nurse was better than an untrained mother. Your experience proves this to be the truth. I wish you could persuade your husband to put the machine on the market and make it available to millions of mothers who want to do the right thing. The mechanical nurse is a guarantee that children will grow to adulthood free from complexes. Well, what about it? Why not put the machine on the market?
No, it's still in the experimental stage.
The baby is a year old and in perfect health.
That's true. Jim Henry's working out nicely, too, isn't he?
100%.
You know, I like the idea of the neighbors thinking that it's a real live father that's pushing the carriage. It's very clever of me, don't you think?
Well, I think it's a good idea for the baby to get out once in a while, but as for the rest of it, having a dummy that looks like you seems idiotic.
I assure you, darling, everything I do has a purpose.
There you are, darling. Now, cover you up. You be a good girl.
Start.
Where are you going? I haven't even started dinner yet.
Well, I'll pick up a bite at the lodge. I'm late.
Well, all right, dear.
Oh. Hello, sweetheart. You want to come to Daddy? Come on. Go and look for the brownies.
Now, come on, you can sit down here. That's right. Now, don't go away. I'll be right back. Uncle Mouse has gone to town. Candy castles upside down. You know, he brought a basket of puppy dogs. 3 fat ghosts and pollywogs. Shh, don't go away. No, we gotta go, honey.
Halt. Well, Jim Henry, how do you like working for the Temples? He's a pretty good boss to me, too. I could use a $20 raise, though. After all, I'm helping him keep a deep secret.
Oh, that's blackmail, Harry. Sure, blackmail.
Well, what about that raise?
Have I any choice? But you won't give me away.
Don't worry. Aren't you interested in why I want the raise?
No, but you'll tell me anyway.
We're going to have a baby.
No. Well, congratulations. Oh, I suppose now you'll be wanting one of those psychophonic nurses, too.
No. We wanted a baby so long, I don't think my wife could let anybody else touch it. Besides, babies need love. I guess you found that out, though. Well, Bye, Harry.
Operator! Well, you must understand, Mr. Brooks. I've been working on this for 2 weeks. I can't possibly have it finished by Saturday. All right, then, Monday. Oh, yes, I'm sure I can. Oh, thank you. Oh, I'm so glad you liked it. Oh, yes, I can hardly wait to see it in print. Goodbye, Mr. Brooks. John, what are you doing out of bed?
After 2 weeks, don't you think it's about time?
No, the doctor said that you
How's
were...
the baby?
Fine.
How's nurse working out?
I haven't used her since the night of the accident. And you might be interested in this. My last literary effort.